Okay, so we are back and we have some zero to hero action here over on the Dokkan streets. Now, I'm not really sure what I want to do today. We're just going to hop in, we're going to grind on the account a little bit, and I'm going to talk to you guys while I do it. I think that could be fun and sort of just a chill way to get through this astronomically dry period for the game. You guys can see I have not logged in a few days, and we are only at 8 days logged in. Again, we are trying to emphasize the less off-camera grinding and more showing everything that I am doing. So, quick recap of last time. We did some summons over on the Mercenary Tau banner in an attempt to obtain some new characters, and you guys can see we did get a few pretty good looking Dokkan Fests, right? We got 21, we got Goku Black, we got Gamma 1, I believe we got Captain Ginyu as well, we obtained Chi-Lai, Gamma 2, so now we have a little bit of a core for characters that we can use. So I think what I want to do specifically in this video is start to get to work on some of the teams that I want to awaken. So first and foremost, we need to think about these Gammas, right? How do we want to do that? How do we want to go about leveling them up? And I think low-key, the special pose team might be the way to go. Now, I know that sounds a bit silly, but I low-key think that that could be a good idea in the future, right? Having a sort of nice little core of special pose could be a good way to go for the starter team, right? It's something a little bit different, aside from the obvious free-to-play Saiyan Saga team we have. You guys know how this team gets down, but like I said, the special pose team would be something a little bit different for us to go ahead and get started. So I think that grind could be something a little bit fun, but I don't think I'm going to subject you guys to Dokkan Awakening like 4 Dokkan Fest characters. That's quite a lot, right? That's a lot of medals across like 77, so 154, 308 medals for 4 Dokkan Fests. Is not exactly a fun time. But with that being said, I think that there is definitely some potential for that team in the near future. Now, with that being said, like goals, right? We got to talk about those. If you guys find yourself enjoying this series and you want to see more of it, go ahead and drop a like on this video. You know, your support means the world to me and helps me, keeps me motivated to make the next episode. We smashed over 200 likes on the next episode, or on last week's episode. Let's go ahead and try and do that again here today. Let's go for 200 and let's sort of get through this dry Dokkan period together. Now, things that we need to be thinking about, right? Dokkan prep for the Global Dokkan campaign, right? That is sort of the light at the end of the tunnel, if you will, for this account to get started, right? Some very good LRs in there. So what I want to do is start getting to work on quest mode, right? And while we're doing quest mode, I sort of just want to talk about some advice that I would have for you guys if you are starting this account or this journey with me, because I saw a lot of you leaving that comment down below saying, I'm going to start a new account too. I want to try this myself. And obviously, I can get behind that, motive, wanting to do that. I think it's very fun to start a new account with information that you might have today, knowing what you're doing. The first thing I would do if I were to be making a new account is I would be getting right off the bat, getting to work on getting the Saiyan Saga team done, right? That's the first thing that you need to do when you start the game. Having a team that can just burn through the quest mode and you don't really have to think is going to be a key factor in getting as far as you need to go within this game, right? Getting a nice team set up and one that can clear some moderately difficult events. In this case, doing multiple million attack stats on almost all of the characters is going to be more than enough for what you need in the base level, right? These events were not designed with a 2024 level power creep team in mind. So it's very, very easy to get through if you are starting with the Saiyan Saga team, right? Then I would start thinking about doing the Captain Ginyu, the Ginyu Force team, and then the Team Bardock setup, right? These are 2 very, very, very good free-to-play setups that are going to help you make some decent progress, right? Getting a lot of Dragon Stones, getting you just places that you need to be. You need to have more than one team ready to go, right? Only having one team in Dokkan can potentially be pretty bad, right? It's just like only having one option for this or for that. That's how you find yourself in a bad spot. So that's why you need to have multiple options. You want to have the Team Bardock for things for this specific event. You want to have the Ginyu Force for that specific event. It's just the most optimal way to play the game is to have multiple options, right? If you're only focusing on one team, you're going to find yourself eventually in a situation where you're not going to be able to pull through and do something else. I think that that's important to note. Moving off of those teams, you want to kind of do what I'm doing in here. Start going into quest mode and getting your stones ready for what you want to sort of summon for, right? Maybe do a couple multis on the banner that's live at the time, get some characters to get started, but make sure that you stay above a certain amount, right? I want to have at least 100 stones at all times on this account, right? Ooh, one thing we need to do, hold on, we need to go off of the auto map. We need to kill 2 birds with 1 stone here, right? Starting to get the Dragon Ball on this battlefield, right? You want to make sure that you are doing that. It's very important that you get the Dragon Ball, right? That's not like a main focus, but it's something that you can just get out of the way, right? Summoning Shenron really quickly, getting that done, very important stuff. And while you're working on quest mode and getting stones, this is going to be a good way for you to, again, be prepared for whatever big thing that you want to summon for, right? This game is always having fun stuff going on, multiple banners, right? And there's always going to be an upcoming campaign that you need to be thinking about. So this is all sort of how you want to do things when it comes to Dokkan, right? Being patient, being disciplined, and ultimately, this is going to work out for you very well. So you guys can see we're doing pretty well right here. Almost done with summoning Shenron. So we just need the 1-star ball now. We can go find that and make that wish very soon. Maybe that's what we'll do right now. Let's go look. Where do we need to do for that? Let's see. We'll go right here. The 1-star ball. We need to go here, and we'll go here. And then you want to turn off the auto on the map. So this is a good method right here. I know I'm kind of all over the place, but what you want to do is turn off the auto feature on the map, and we need to keep these 2 1s right here unless we get another number 2, because there are 2 spaces after the board against Cell that we're going to need to go to in order to get the Dragon Ball. So now that we have the 2, we know we're going to be good. Scan for stop signs. Is there any way to skip the stop signs? Probably not, but we're going to try anyway. Because I don't want to fight those Cell Juniors. The less time I got to spend in here, the better. But yeah, we are going to be able to skip the Cell Juniors, so perfect. Take a little bit of damage there, that's whatever. But now we are going to be able to go in here and grab the 1-star ball and make our first wish to Shenron. And this is going to be very helpful, right? It gives us 10 Dragon Stones, it gives us all types of fun stuff. So that is always nice. So here we go. Just get through this one. Hopefully we can do this in 1 turn. I think Tien will do an additional, and that'll take care of it for us, because again, the health pool on these are not too crazy. But this is sort of the beginning grind, right? This is a lot of stuff that I didn't show on camera in the first series, where I'm just playing quest mode, right? But typically, I'm not recording it, right? And that is something that I got to note. But one thing I want to note down below with you guys is, what do you want from this series? Like, what is the main thing that I can kind of convey to you guys that you think is the most important? What do you want me to talk about the most? What do you want me to focus on the most? Aside from just progressing an account, right? Because that's pretty easy to do, in all honesty, right? Not too bad whatsoever to just come on here, chill with you guys, and progress this account. But I want to know, like, what sort of mini goals you want me to accomplish along the way, right? What I want to do is not rainbow all of the new characters that come out and have, like, you know, a really good starter account and be like, oh yeah, this game is free and easy at all times, right? So now we want to grab the Dragon Ball, but that's like something I need to know, because your feedback means everything. Because like I said in the first episode, this series is as much as mine, or as much as yours, as it is mine. So very important that we're on the same page about what you guys want from this. But right now, we're sort of just in the feeling out phase, getting the grind going, only playing every few days, not rushing it. I just think that's sort of the most fun way to go about it, and it's just a good time. So let's see here. We can make our first wish. So this is pretty cool, right? Going over here to Shenron. Unfortunately, this is not the 10th anniversary wish where we get to pick an LR, but it is still pretty cool nonetheless that we do get to do this. So let's go over here, summon Shenron. What do you got for me, pal? Yeah, we got to sit through this. We'll be back in an hour. You who have gathered the 7 Dragon Balls, state your wish. What you got for me, man? Give me some Dragon Stones. Do it. Come on. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. That's what I want to see. I want more allies. Yeah, we want inventory space and Dragon Stones. So we'll just grab that. I believe that's 10 Dragon Stones and some box space. So very nice. Thank you, Shenron. Woohoo! Some box space and some Dragon Stones. Let's go. We'll take it all day. All day. All right, nice. Now we can summon Shenron at any other time, but I just figured we could do that because I saw the Dragon Ball. But like I said, this is the grind here. So just getting through the first area, doing all of that fun stuff. This is the process. Now, sort of back to where we were with progressing your account, right? After you've sort of assembled a decent bit of Dragon Stones, you get up to the 300 range, you get to the 400 range. Really, I think the magic number that you should be looking for, honestly, this might sound a little crazy, but like, if you are like ready for a big celebration, I don't know what's going on with the loading here, but I guess I can kind of say this while it's loading and then we'll cut. You want to have like 1,000 Dragon Stones for like a major celebration, like an anniversary or a global Dokkan campaign. That is what we want to be doing, right? Getting as far as we can with Dragon Stones. So that is sort of the goal. We want to get to like around 1,000 stones by global Dokkan campaign. Hopefully we can do it. We'll see. Definitely gonna have to get to streaming. I know I've been bad with that. I haven't found the time to be able to do a live stream and be able to do that. But I don't know what's going on here. So let me go ahead and cut. We'll be right back. Okay, so I don't know what happened there. Just had to reset the game and we are good to go. But back to what I was saying, right? I think 1,000 Dragon Stones is a pretty modest goal, right? Like, it's not like 1,000 Dragon Stones sounds like a lot, but in Dokkan, that's not too bad. Really, if we just get through the quest mode and play some events and grab our rank up missions and stuff like that, we'll be there before you know it, honestly. And that's kind of the goal, right? Have 1,000 stones going into global Dokkan campaign, and then we want to see what we can do with our summons, right? Because again, the main rule is for those LRs, if we pull one, we have to stop, right? The rest of the banner, we're not really going to be taking advantage of the value of the banner, so that way we can provide ourselves a little bit of a challenge and make things more difficult for us, right? Because again, it could be super easy for me to come on here, farm up 2,500 stones, rainbow everything on a banner, and then just kind of call it quits, right? That's sort of what we did in the first rendition of Zero to Hero, and we have to make things different, right? What's the point of just doing the same thing over again, like the exact same way? That's not what I'm here to do. I'm here to kind of, freshen things up, try things a little bit differently this time, see how we can sort of approach this series, as well as maybe other series in the future that we try to make things funny, right? I don't want to always just be the Zero to Hero guy and that's it, right? There's just... And I view myself as a Dokkan content creator or just a content creator in general, and I want my content to evolve over time. But I do like this Zero to Hero for the fans that are here for that. So always remember that. But again, that is the goal here. Grind up Dragon Stones, play quest, and this is going to be a really good way for you guys to make a good chunk of progress on your account. But let's just say after that, you've assembled your stones, you're ready to go for the global Dokkan campaign, and you have stones ready for those banners. They're going to be high value banners and stuff like that. How do you go about that? Well, to me, I think the golden rule of these things, and especially of like starting a new account, is you have to avoid the path of chasing dupes. It's very hard to do that at times, but I think if you can be disciplined and not always try and rainbow whatever character you're obtaining just because you have the means to do so of the stones, just because you have 3,000 stones doesn't mean you need to spend all of them in order to obtain a rainbow star on a character, right? Because the reality is, if a new LR drops, like a brand new anniversary or worldwide download celebration, global Dokkan campaign, Tanabata, right? Any of those measures, if that character is not good, if you just pull them and are able to use them, like you need to pull them 3 to 4 times, that probably means they're not that good of a character, right? Because that's just modern power creep, right? Tech Vegito is very good at 55%, very easily still one of, if not the best unit in the game, right? STR Beast Gohan, when he came out at 55%, he was still better than the rest of the game. So if you needed a Rainbow Beast Gohan for him to be the best unit in the game, then it would probably be a different perspective on how we talk about how important that Beast Gohan was. Because it was like, oh, you really, like, this Beast Gohan is really good, but you need 5 of him? Like, that's not feasible for a vast majority of the player base, right? Especially those of you who are not re-rolling, those of you who are not doing a Zero to Hero, if you will, those of you who are not doing... not buying stones, right? There's nothing wrong with any of those 3 things, but it's the fact of the matter is, if you're not doing those things, there's a good chance if you're a free-to-play player, you're a brand new player, you're not rainbowing all of these characters, right? So if you have to rainbow that character, then it's just not a good look for that unit if they need to be rainbowed to be viable if they just came out a week ago or if they just came out yesterday, right? Like, Mercenary Tao is an example of a good character because at 55%, he is still insane, right? Vegito, Gogeta, who's another good anniversary LR? I'm tripping. The Carnivals, Gohan was pretty good. Oh, Super Saiyan 4 Goku, right? I don't know why I couldn't remember him, but all 3 of those characters, like the main attention grabbers of the anniversary, those 3 characters are all absolutely bananas at 55%, right? And that is sort of what you want from these characters. So all of that circles back to the same point that I'm trying to make, that dupe chasing is definitely not something that you need to be doing when you're starting a new account. And I don't know what's going on with the quest mode here. It's like, it's making me restart everything. So maybe we'll take a break from this because having to recut and do this just to load into stages is not the move. So let me do it one more time. We'll be right back. I don't know what's going on with Dokkan Boys, but I just wanted to give you a quick update on what we are doing with the Zero to Hero and how we are going to be planning out the next episode. So the next piece of advice I can give you before I let you go here is, after you've kind of acquired your stones, you want to be focusing on, oh, there we go. I guess we're coming back in, but you want to be focusing on how you can be progressing. What the hell is happening? Technical difficulties is going on. This is a mess tonight. I don't know what's happening. Okay, so after you've kind of gathered your 1,000 stones and you've been, taking into account like what you're summoning on, doing all of those fun things, you want to start filling out and awakening as many possible usable characters as you have, right? Sort of set a checklist. This is something that I like to do. I like to utilize the tag system, and with that tag system is make like a to-do list. Start Dokkan awakening your major characters and doing all of that fun stuff. So if I were to do that in this specific episode, this is what we'll do next time that I see you guys and on the live stream. I promise you, within the next 5 days, probably tomorrow, honestly, you're going to be watching this on the 12th. The 13th, I think I'm going to do a live stream that day. How long it's going to be, I don't know. But what I want to do in that live stream is get to work on more quests, and then also progress some of my Dokkan Fests, right? Because again, it's just in one episode doing all that would just be a lot, and I don't want to make you guys sit here for 45 to 50 minutes just doing that. So what we're going to do, if you guys don't know how to do this, we're going to turn on the tag system. How do you do that? You're going to press the favorite button. I have to resort my box still, I just haven't done it. Go to the tag on button and press OK. Now, the first tag we're going to make here is going to be called to space do. And on this to-do list, we are going to take our major player characters that we want to awaken, and this is what it's going to look like. So Chilai here, we want to, and characters that we want to super easy A, we will count as well. So all of these guys right here are the characters that are going to be on our to-do list. So you guys can see here, we have all 9 of these characters, and that is going to be the priority for the next couple of times that you see this account on camera, right? Again, I have to emphasize we are trying to calm down on the off-camera grinding. I just think it's more fun this way, that way you guys can see the whole process and follow along a little bit better than the first time. So this is what we are going to be doing in the next episode, working on what we summoned for. What we'll do, just for the culture, I never recommend doing this, but we're going to do it anyway. Just for you guys, just because you show so much love on this series, let's do a single and try to be great. And if we get a rift, I don't know, 3 episodes the next day. No rift. So it's looking like we're not going to get anything, but thank you guys for watching this episode of Zero to Hero. I hope you did enjoy it. Again, kind of just a spur of the moment sort of one, right? Just going in here, seeing what we can do and having a little bit of fun and chatting along the way. So if you are partaking in your version of this and trying it along with me, let me know how you guys have progressed and all of that, and I hope you've been having fun doing so. So that's it. Don't forget to leave a like before you go today. Subscribe if you are new, so that way you don't miss out on any of my Dokkan content. Thank you guys for tuning into the premiere if you are here, or if you're watching it as a video later. Don't forget to leave a like before you go. We are looking for 200 likes on this video, and let me know in the comments what your favorite thing about Zero to Hero is. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you did enjoy, and I'll see you all in the next one.